earlier in our interview, we were talking about the multiverse and certain aspects of a multiverse that kind of anchor characters or anchor the themes in that multiverse. Tim Seeley, in his He-Man multiverse story, there's a couple of times in there, and this really stuck out to me because I love He-Man and Teela. I love their relationship. And one of the things that he talks about in that book is he says that, He-Men have a soft spot for Teela's. And when I read that, I was like, okay, I've always loved that idea. And it kind of felt like one of those anchor points for maybe Masters of the Universe. It's that constant idea, that regardless of the multiverse, regardless of which universe, this is something that rings true.
That's really interesting. And I think that I know I'm a big fan of Doctor Who, and they always, Stephen Moffat in particular, when he's writing that show, would always come back to this concept of fixed points in time and things that can't be changed across timelines and across throughout time. And to me, that what you're talking about is a cousin to that idea that, wherever you go through the multiverse, there are constants, certain constants. And that's one of them. I can say, what's cool about that, I think, is that for us, that was a what's the word I'm looking for? It's a marker in the sand for us. It was like when we wrote Revelation, it was with that in mind through the whole thing. The whole backbone of that story is He-Man and Teela and the relationship between them. Everything is about their relationship. Everything. There's nothing that's happening in that story that is not about that. And so that is. I mean, if I'm gonna give you any hints at all about Revolution, I would simply say you would be out of your mind if you didn't think that was still an important marker for the people who are making the show. That relationship is central to the whole thing. It does for us. It doesn't exist without it. And that, by the way, a relationship takes many forms, and you saw it in Revelation. The first 5 episodes, were about them being apart, maybe forever. And but there's still a relationship. It's still the backbone of the whole thing. So that is a central point of focus, certainly when we were making those shows. It sounds like it's a central point for Tim Seeley. I know that it is for Rob David, because he talked about it all the time in the room. We would always try to bring it back to what does this mean in terms of the relationship between Adam and Teela, or He-Man and Teela. And thank goodness we had him doing that. I think he's right. I think that's the thing we can really identify with, and it's the heart. It's the heart of the whole story.